I thought it was more important to go to work, more important to I was involved in helping other people. I made that more important than my own life. And I found out.
Now, you went back to
and I compromised.
You went back to eating some of the previous foods, too?
I went back completely to going back to McDonald's and pizza.
Oh, boy. I see.
Completely.
So, Fred, what happened here is that when he was very sick, if I'm hearing this correctly, he started eating correctly, he was reversing his chemistry. All of a sudden...
Well, he was staying healthy. What he was doing, he was living in, compatible with the AIDS virus at that case there, and he was, he's keeping himself healthy, which, I certainly believe that can be done. And something else there, I was listening to John very intently there. He was taking some supplements there, too. He was taking some supplements which were very, very important that you take them along with the program there. I mean, I've seen a lot of people approach trying to help people with AIDS in different ways, different types of modalities. Some people get into taking intravenous drip vitamins. Some people follow a strict type of a diet without taking the supplements. And my experience has been for a person to follow, certainly follow. I don't even want to use the word diet, but either following a very good eating regimen, and that's debatable among certain people. I want to make that very, very clear. A lot of people are into taking a person that has the virus and try to keep them some extra weight on them to keep their reserve. That's I haven't found that to work. You have to follow a diet that makes the body as efficient as it possibly can, that keeps the virus under control, but they don't have the opportunistic infections, and that can happen. It will work if you're consistent in what you do. And what happens is a lot of people are too inconsistent. And you, as time goes on, you'll do better and better and better, and that's the key here. Now, you pick it up where you left off, John. I think what you're doing.
Okay, well, we left off. I was in the hospital again with encephalitis.
So what is the time period here? What are we talking about?
Oh, I guess about at least 5 years.
5 years ago?
So around,
no, 5 years from the beginning.
5 years
Oh, 5 years from the beginning. Okay. So we're talking about 83 plus 5, about 1988, 89.
Okay. No more than that. We'll say 1991.
91, okay.
Again, I called Freddie.
You're in trouble again.
I'm in trouble. What should I do?
Okay.
And he said, you know what to do. Get back into doing the right thing, eating right, taking care of yourself, rest.
We introduced some new supplements into his diet right now.
We did add some new supplements in.
That would help him deal with the situation.
And slowly but surely I recovered. Strength came back in my left arm, my left leg. I had a loss of memory, complete loss of memory, short-term memory. And that came back. And I was feeling good again.
Remarkable.
What happened, again, a lot of people around me started dying. Close friends. A woman I loved. Some friends that lived with me for years. We shared a house together. Everybody died. And I felt like it was my turn. For some reason, I was very depressed. I felt like it was my turn next. So why should I try to save myself? Instead of going for help, what happened is I relapsed on drugs after all these years.
Wow. And you had been off drugs a long time.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
I couldn't take the pain, the mental pain, so I self-medicated, which lasted for 3 years. I became a hermit. Instead of being the outgoing person, working with people, being around people, and getting positive energy from other people, all I did was go to work, buy my drugs, go home. And I ended up sick again. I ended up with cirrhosis of the liver. I also have hepatitis C. And the doctor told me there's no sense seeing me because if you keep going the way you are, you're not going to make 6 months. Again, I called Fred.
Fred to the rescue.
He was down in Florida. Then.
I was in Florida. I got off the drugs. I cashed in an insurance policy I had to get money to get out of town so I could get off the drugs. And I called Fred and I said, now what do I do?
Well, wait a second. I'm in the insurance business. Now, I know nobody cashes in insurance policies or buys them unless they know you're dead.
Right. They want all your medical records. They want to make sure you're on your way out before they give you any cash.
Wow.
No, he was pretty close to being on.
And my stomach was distended. My liver and my spleen were swollen. And I had what you call liver spiders, spots all over my body.
Wow.
I was in rough shape.
I got to tell you, John, at that time, I remember Fred talking to me about your condition, and Fred was just, Peter, I don't know, this guy's bounced back a few times, but I don't know now. You know, he's in rough shape there. But continue.
I had, I'd go back, I'd say about 6 months ago, I was making my funeral arrangements. And I was that sure I was going. But I didn't want to die. I used drugs because I didn't want to feel the feelings I was feeling, but I didn't want to die. You know, and I called Fred and I said, I'm off drugs, but what do I do? You know, I feel run down, my stomach is, I told him my problem, my medical problem also. He gave me a bunch of supplements to take and to get back on the diet. I did so, and it's 4 months later. It's only 4 months ago. When my stomach, my liver and my spleen went back to normal size. My enzymes went down in half, the numbers, and I'm recovered. As far as I'm concerned, I feel good.
Wow.
And I'm on my way to doing the right thing again. Hopefully I don't get cocky again, because I like to say we haven't had any lives. I used up 9, I think.